Okay, Nico.
Yeah. So,
I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt us.
no problem.
Oh, your cat is adorable.
I know. We're obsessed with her.
Oh, my sister and I, we grew up with cats.
Really? What type of
We
cats?
always had a cat.
What type of cats? Just like different
Just
colors?
cats.
Yeah. Mainly like outdoor or inside?
Yeah. Like, yeah. We used to feed it Puss in Boots.
Is that an old type of food? Do they still have that?
Yeah, it was a very fishy, as I remember. I can just remember the smell, and it was very fishy. And our cat, one time, we came home from church, and she was up in my sister's bed, and she had a bunch of kittens.
Oh, yeah.
On the bed.
Yeah, they're so small.
What else do I remember? Oh, and one time when we had the kittens and her, we had her out in a sort of kind of like a little back porch, and a male cat came in and tried to get the kittens, kill them.
What?
Yes, came in the thing. I remember my father chasing him away.
Wow, that's a nice memory.
Yeah. So now let's get back to our book.
Okay. But yeah, so they weren't even in Russia yet. It was kind of like all the prep to it. And then I got the audiobook, which was nice. And I enjoyed the audiobook a lot more.
He goes into a lot of detail.
He does, yeah. And when I was reading it, I was kind of skimming some of it, but then I kept missing things because I feel like there were so many people that he would just introduce or like name drop, especially when they were in Russia. It was like, oh, this person is like, the Secretary of Defense in Russia, and I'm like, I can't keep track of all this, but
yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. And of course, he can refer, and the people that have read his other books, and pinpoint, and then remember, yeah. But did you finish it then?
Yes, I did finish it. It
does get exciting at the end.
It does. And I'll be honest, I thought it was gonna get like a little more explosive than what happened. I was still.
I thought it came to an abrupt end.
Yeah.
Did you feel that way?
I did. And it was kind of the heist. It was cool to like see the planning and preparation of the heist. Yeah, where they made they had pictures of the exact room, and they had like a whole setup of the exact room with all the pieces in the same place, same desk, lock, and everything. I thought that was really cool, but it went by like without a snag, The snag was it wasn't there. She couldn't find it, but she's like, oh well, this suitcase just happens to be like in front of me, like. I don't know. So that was a little too easy. And then, I thought there would be more of a conflict, like at that guy's house. Like they'd have to shoot their way out or something. And I thought Gabriel was gonna have to parachute in or something. I don't know, something crazy.
Yeah. But he helped him get out. He was right there.
Right.
Yeah.
It still was entertaining. I thought it was going to be a little more, explosive, I think.
Well, I think he has, he's writing on his reputation for his other books. his other books. I think lots of them are a lot more action, like when he was younger.
Yeah. Maybe we should read another one. I know you've read all of them, but I might read some more in the future just to kind of see what his old stuff is.
He has some good ones because he gets very involved with the Catholic Church in Rome, and he does a lot, and he gets very friendly with if you let me know what you if you look at some of them, and then the one in the sort of the beginning where his wife is his first wife.
Yeah, that was a whole other thing too, that Israel, because he was in Israel, right?
Yeah.
And that's where he met up with her in the hospital. That was very sad.
She's in an institution.
Yeah, because she has PTSD from that accident.
Yeah.
I mean, he lost his kid, right?
Yeah, and their son was killed. It was a bomb.
Yeah, Do you remember that in the books?
Yeah, wow. I remember. I forget which one it was. It was one of the early ones.
Yeah, maybe I just have to read them all, starting from the beginning.
And that old guy who's one of his sidekicks, who, goes out into the field.
Okay.
I can't remember his name.
I know who you're talking about, though. He met with, while they were waiting.
He fits in well. He can, camouflage himself, or he's like a own person. And he was doing something with him when this happened. And this guy also, in one of the books, his place was, they really go after him. They go after Gabriel, and they go after this guy too. It's very, very interesting. But I can see. I'm so used to reading about it that when these names come up, that was,
You recognize the character.
Somebody who's reading the first one of Silva's, that would be an adjustment. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Besides that, I enjoyed it. I thought I liked the inclusion of a thief, a master thief. And they had to train her in how to work on a team and
very precise.
Right.
Yeah.
So one thing too I'd like to say, it was called The Collector. So I thought the Magnus Larson was gonna do some even more crazy stuff, If the title of the book is about this guy.
I was gonna say to you, who did you, was he the collector?
That's interesting. I guess I just assumed he was the collector because that's what they said in the book. Because he collected those books, right? And that was his code name or something like that.
I don't know. And that thief, that girl, she collected things too.
You think she was the collector? Okay, I like that. I like that idea. I like that idea better than what I was thinking. That's interesting. I did not think of it that way. So that's a good catch.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a lot for you to just kind of mull at yourself.
Yeah. But I enjoyed it. All said, I enjoyed it. And I was listening to it on the way to work, and I'd be like, dang, I have to go into work now. It's about to.
Hey, have you been doing any rock climbing?
Yes, I have been doing some rock climbing. So, I told you about this one gym I am going to be a member of. So, yes. I haven't joined.
You had decided that you were going to be a member.
Yes, I've decided I'm going to be a member, but I decided not to get a membership yet, just because I'm going to go to Colorado later this week. I'm leaving on Wednesday, and I'm flying into Denver and catching a bus to Breckenridge for Nathan Zanzig's bachelor party. So all of my college buddies, all those Camelot guys that I used to live with, are all going.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a really fun time catching up with all of everybody, because we all haven't been together for over 2 years now.
Was he in the house with you?
Nathan Zanzig was. He's one of the taller guys with like brown hair. And he was also on the club soccer team.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm really excited for that. And just because I'll be out of town, it didn't make sense to start a membership at the end of the month.
So you're going to wait another month or so?
I'm going to get the membership starting next month. In March. So, but like for this past month, I still was climbing. It just wasn't at that gym. There's another gym that is like more on the way, so I don't have to go out of the way. And I got like a 10 punch pass just to use whenever I'm not lazy, but just when I want a different like gym style. And they don't expire, which is nice.
Okay.
And I've been climbing there the past couple weeks, which has been fun. And
have you been doing any rope climbing?
And no, you're right. That's a good question, because this gym that I got the punch passes to doesn't have the ropes, and it just like reaffirms my decision to be a member of this other one.
Okay.
I don't think it would hurt to, have this punch pass for whenever I want a different, to change it up a bit.
Sure.
And yeah.
Oh my. Well, you lead a very... Now, when are you going to Colorado this coming weekend?
This coming Wednesday, yeah. Okay. And then I'll be there till Sunday.
Okay.
And
is Kayla going? Kyla going? Kayla?
No, Kayla is not going. She actually is going to be hosting her college friends at our apartment. One of them is thinking about doing residency in Portland. So she's visiting.
She's going to be busy too.
Yeah, she said she was going to be visiting, and then once like it got out, her friends who are in the Pacific Northwest area were all like, hey, can we come? So I think there will be like 4 girls here in our apartment this weekend.
4 girls and a cat.
And the cat, yeah. So 5 girls.
Yeah, well, that'll be nice. That'll be nice. Well, hey, this was nice. I'm sorry it was kind of in and out.
No worries.
For that, because I enjoy your talks. I enjoy this one-on-one with you. I think it's very good.
Yeah, I enjoy it too. And yeah, it took me a while to get through this one, but I think now that I'm kind of like settled in at work and all that, we can definitely keep reading. So do you have any other ideas for the next one? The next book?
I am reading Ken Follett's The Armor of Light, which is a Bible. It's a 700-800 page book. It is really it's not a lot of action. It's a lot of history.
Ooh, maybe
in
not.
The 1700s in England.
It sounds interesting, but I don't know if that would be the best one for our book discussions.
And I'm also reading Code Red, which is a Vince Flynn book. That's a quick read. I don't know if you'd like that.
I'll check it out. I can look it up. Vince Flynn, Code Red, and what was the other large one?
That's the Armor of Light.
The Armor of Light. I'll look it up too.
That's Ken Follett.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Oh, Christo came and picked. Honestly, these guys that were here last night, they didn't know what they were doing. I mean, one of the guys picked up my phone, my land phone, and he thought it was the controls to the TV.
Ooh.
I said, oh, no, and I thought, oh my word, this is awful. But Christo said he knows how to get this up. So, praise the Lord.
Yeah. Yes. Smart kid.
Yep.
Yeah, Grandma, before we hang up, I want to tell you one more thing that happened this week. On Tuesday, I went to a free seminar put on by Portland Mountain Rescue. And they had a seminar on how to climb Mount Hood, which is the main volcano out here in Oregon. And I realized that I have all of the skills necessary, and they also gave me the climbing route and direction that is like the easiest one to do. So I'm planning to do that in the springtime, and I'm gonna put a plan together and email it out to all my Seattle buddies from my Boeing mountaineering team, and I'll see who wants to come out. But it's going to be a really relatively easier one. It's only one day, maybe 12 hours total. The only problem is you start at like 12, like midnight. And then...
do you have to reserve a time to do it?
That's a good question. Sometimes you do at other volcanoes and other mountains because you need access to permits. But right now, the permits are... There's unlimited amount of permits. But you still have to pay. Because, yeah. And then, it was a really, really interesting seminar. I've figured out like what gear I need. Like I was honestly doing my own research. I was probably going to overpack. So I don't need a rope anymore. I don't need a harness. I figured out the route to go. And also Portland Mountain Rescue. I've been following, their social media accounts for a while, but it was a really cool experience to hear their past rescue attempts on this mountain. And it's a fully volunteer based organization, so they get a call, hey, someone needs help on Mount Hood, and they're still at work, so they say, all right, I can be there at 7 p.m. but I have to finish work, and then I'll go there right away. And then they have to climb up Mount Hood, put a, save, rescue the person, and then go to work the next day, which is and it's all volunteer. It's not like they're getting compensated at all. So.
Well, it's rewarding though.
I know. And I was really inspired by these guys. So I think it's something that I would definitely be interested in, at some point in the future. Maybe not this year, but it's good to kind of start thinking about that stuff because I feel like it would be so rewarding. And
it would. I would think it would be very rewarding. Yes.
And it would definitely sharpen, all my skills. If I don't use the skills that I learned the past 2 years, I'm going to lose it. And this would be a great way to keep them, but also, build on them.
Yes.
Think about it more in a rescue sense and start asking those questions, those problem solve those bigger problems and stuff like that.
Have you found out any time when they're going to have that third test that you must pass in your area?
Yes. So the next I'm not taking the one in March, but I'll be taking the one in Washington, so it's only, 2 hours away, which is fine. And that's not till August. So I'll have more time to study.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Which is, I know I was kind of like on the fence of what I wanted to do, but it's better that I take some time right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey, you got it all worked out.
I don't know. I kind of just...
That's great. Well, you take care. You really do, and have a wonderful time next weekend.
All right.
Okay?
Yes, thank you, Grandma. And I'll let you know what book I have decided. So, and then we'll talk in a couple weeks. Okay.
Very good. Very good. Take care and give that little kitten a little purr. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll give her some treats.
Okay. You do that.
Okay. All right. Bye, Grandma.
Yeah.
Love you too.